Hello and welcome to the first episode of Real Draft City. I'm your host, Kenny Pycon from Avatar: The Way of Water. I'm very, very excited for this episode and to start Real Draft City with everybody. And let's just get started. Let me introduce the panelists for this movie draft. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are you all doing? Are you ready to draft?
Yes.
Indeed. AF.
Now, did everybody, pick a good strategy on how to pick movies and I guess categorize them to make sure you?
Yeah, I want to steal Matt.
It's the Matt snipe game. Tonight's game is sniping.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
No,
yeah,
I'm going straight for. I'm going straight for women talking tar and every one of the nicknames of everyone else here.
I feel like a woman has to get women talking.
Yeah, if you take women talking, I'm actually gonna fly to your location and beat the shit out of you.
I'm telling you right now.
You don't even like it. You don't even like that movie.
If it gets to me, first round I will be taking women talking. That's my strategy.
Oh, just you wait until my first round pick then, bitch. Okay, fuck you.
That was Matt's number one of the year. I remember that. Women talking.
Yeah. Lots of good dialogue. Lots of
women.
Women talking, one could say.
Not enough talking. I'll be real. So
not enough men talking. What about that, gamers?
But yeah, this was a really good year for movies. So that's why I made it the first episode of this draft. I feel like there's a lot of good picks and a lot of our combined interests. And I wanted to start with a year to basically make sure everyone got the gist down of the show and how it works. So before we get started, does anyone else want to say anything?
Yes, I have something I would like to say, Kenny.
Oh, goodness.
I think that I can speak for Matt and Lydia as well in this sentiment, but I would like to reach out to the Real Trivia Entertainment family and apologize for the nepotism that may be seen here tonight with Lydia, Matt, and I being at the start of Real Draft City.
Hey, it's not a crime to be a Nepo baby. It's not a crime. It's not a crime.
So
I was actually brought in objectively. I'm just an entertaining person to just kick off shows.
Oh yeah.
Haver of the best Wi-Fi, clearly.
Oh,
yes, and I also have really good Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't be an issue cutting in and out throughout the night.
That's really cool, and I'm glad
He's never of best Wi-Fi, but he also has good Wi-Fi. So. But yeah, okay. Matt and Lydia, do you have anything else to say, or if not, we can get started?
No, I don't even know why I thought about it. I have nothing to say.
Okay, cool. Are there house rules that winner is whoever gets to pick a?
Lydia, your father has entered the chat. Sorry,
my father's here.
No. I just wanted to let you know we can start
now. We can start.
We're ready to go. David's here, so we're actually all right to go.
Matt, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, are there house rules for this session for bonus points for whoever picks tar first?
I guess that's up to the audience to decide. Maybe the audience can have a credit score going.
I mean, kind of.
Audience credit. We'll have audience credit.
Does Kenny lose points if he doesn't get Avatar?
Minus 100 for everybody who doesn't get Avatar, plus 500 if you get.
The only person who doesn't have stakes here is Matt, because Maddie has to get Top Gun. I'd in theory have to get Gun. You have it in your. Could you take a second and look at what your name is on screen?
No, that's just because it's the M. I just needed another M.
For this draft, I kind of don't want the first pick. I'll be real. I don't want it.
I'll take it.
I want someone else to decide.
I feel like it's too much power, and it would freak me out.
I want four, so I can snipe.
So you can get 2 in a row. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Well, we can get started, and I can showcase the categories for this draft. We have 6 categories, and since it's the 4 of us, we're going to have 24 total picks. So we have action, horror, thriller in one category. Then we got blockbuster. This one specifically is if a movie made more than $80 million in the domestic box office for 2022. So that narrowed it down to around, I believe, 24 movies. If you go on Box Office Mojo, it includes Spider-Man, No Way Home still, but we're not counting that. That's a 2021 movie. Then we got drama, Oscar nominee, remake or sequel, since we had a lot of those that year and still do. And then wild card. Any kind of movie can be drafted with wild card. we'll see if people will use that for their first pick or not. That'll be very interesting. With the draft rules, we have that the draft order will be determined with a random name generator. Well, technically it's a wheel, but that's a random name generator if you think about it. Players must draft a movie in each category and cannot choose a movie once it's been chosen by another player. Pretty self-explanatory. We're using a snake draft, so all that really means is that the fourth person will get to go again, and we'll snake back around to the first person. You can see it over there. If a player's pick is contentious, it may be put to a vote by the remaining players. So this will be determined by if a movie's actually of a certain genre or if it actually was nominated at the Oscars. We'll decide, and the rest of the players will vote on it and see if it's actually a deemable pick. Other rules. So release dates are being determined by the U.S. wide release found on Letterboxd, unless it's a limited release that was used for awards. So this example here is kind of a good one because 1917 was technically released in the U.S. Widely in 2020, but it was nominated at the 92nd Oscars honoring 2019 films. So if we did a 2019 movie draft, I would count 1917. Other than that, genres will be generally found through Letterboxd. The players are welcome to prove their claim. I know that genres aren't, the tell-all for movies. So if you can explain your reasoning, maybe we'll allow you to draft that movie in that genre. But yeah, let's get drafting. 2022 movies. Yes, Maddie?
Oh, I just said Real Draft City.
Oh. I thought you burped or something.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to show was this. Let me get it up. If it will let me. Jeez. There. So this is the wow. Okay, messed that up. So this is the draft board for the movies. Basically, I will be filling this out, and then when we're halfway through the draft, we'll show all our picks so far. Let me get it like this. There we go. That's what I wanted to just show us with it. Then let's get started. I'm going to spin the wheel with our names on it, and if I can get that up.
I'm so nervous.
Uh-oh.
Who will be first?
Matt, emote on that.
There we go. Here's the wheel. I have everybody's name on here. It's kind of funny because it's only 4. I've refreshed the page. I have not spun it. So this will be the first spin for the first person in our draft.
Who's going to get Tar? Let's see.
Who gets
Okay, well, shit. Okay.
No!
Wait. Wait.
All right, okay.
Well,
whatever. Kenny, take your first pick that you didn't want. Whatever.
Well, hold on. We got to pick the order.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, Kenny.
What if we didn't do that?
Okay, ready? Next one.
Yeah. No.
What's going on? Is it because it's in your house? What's going on?
I guess there's some favoritism here. Jeez.
I don't want it. I don't want number 2.
Okay. Too bad. Too bad, I say.
All right, here we go. Matt or Lydia. So funny.
This is huge.
Right there.
It's going to be Lydia.
Of the century.
Oh, Matt, but that means that Lydia will get.
Lydia gets 2 in a row.
Sure,
Oh
whatever.
This is
sure,
terrible.
whatever.
And I don't even care. I don't even.
Whatever. I don't even care, and it doesn't even matter to me. Whatever. Whatever.
Okay.
Don't care. Whatever.
Here's the draft order right here, and for 2022 movies. Oh, okay. So I'm first.
Let me pull up my spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm pulling up my spreadsheet right now.
I got the tabs.
See, it was just hard for me to pull do my number 1 basically. Let me think. Okay, my first pick. You guys ready for this?
Oh boy.
Okay. In the category of blockbuster.
Okay.
I'm going to take. I'm typing it because I'm hosting. Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Why is that? Also, Kenny, I thought I was doing those.
Well, I thought since it was my pick, I'd do it.
Oh, okay.
This is my first pick because I feel like someone else would take it, and I think it's the one that. Okay, maybe not. Well, I watched this recently. I watched it like a month and a half ago, and I really, really liked it, even though I didn't see it in like a premium format. Last time I saw it, it was in a theater, but this time it was only on the TV. But it still was a really, really good movie. Just all the jet stunts are just so well made, and what, Lydia? What?
Yeah, you know you would. You know you would.
I can't help it. It's just a really a really well made movie that really knows how to manipulate your heartstrings, I'd say.
No, I give you that. I would give you that.
Yeah, but it works. What's the problem is that it works so well. So
I had everyone was just praising the first scene when he like ejects from a Mach 10 aircraft on stage.
Don't talk to Mateo about
awesome.
it.
Yeah. I mean,
he was a little like ashy to show that he like went through it.
One of my favorite shots is just Ed Harris like standing, and then he's got like the spy plane like going over, and then just like whooshes all the like the security hut there, and everything just moves. It's great. So that's my first pick. So let me see. So Maddie's next.
Maddie, I'm so excited for what this could possibly be.
Don't say women talking.
No, I think it's going to be better than women talking.
No, here's the thing. It's like probably not going to be in terms of like what you want me to pick.
Okay, no, and that's fair too.
But here's my strategy with this. I feel like this category is a little thinner than other categories in terms of like objectively good movies.
Yeah.
So I am also going to pick blockbuster. And my blockbuster is going to be The Batman.
No.
The Batman.
No.
Okay.
Maddie, no. Why would you do that? Okay.
I'm showing you because I couldn't figure out how to do it with everybody. It's only
are you
me.
going to bring everybody back?
I will later.
Everybody back.
You can't just throw up the Batman and then not say anything about it.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be a conversation, and now it's just me. So.
No, we're just letting that one go. I don't have any thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, I think of a lot of the blockbusters, this is one of the ones that visually maybe looks the best and was, I don't know. Like, I think a lot of them, there's like 5 that I think are good, but this is my favorite, I think, for sure. I love this movie. It started me in a big old Robert Pattinson phase. You know how it goes. Really, I like the score, the lighting. It all is great. I remember watching it alone at Wabash Landing 9, like a day before the school year ended. And I left the theater and I was like, oh my God, like Batman. he's back. And yeah. They've got me excited about DC, maybe. I don't know. That's like scary to say, but hopefully it pays off. So that's it. Nice. Oh, there's everybody.
Oh my God! Here we
are. My issue is I made this format, but I think it only works if I'm in the center, and I wanted to like the person picking to be here. So
just
I
do
think
like the 4 with everybody.
Yeah, I could do that.
Make us equal, Kenneth.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Is Real Drive City
sexist?
Pro equality?
Yeah.
Pro equality? Pro equity?
I see. Oh,
That's my pick.
That's a good one, Maddie. I also have like really vivid memories of when I saw it in theaters. Now that I'm thinking back on it, like seeing the Batman in theaters and coming out and being like, whoa! So that's a really solid pick.
This was on like my watch list for forever because like that first teaser, I think it was like right before COVID. Which is really unfortunate, and that's why it took so long for it to come out. But of like Pattinson, it's like the red light, and they already had made Giacchino's score, and that was awesome. But yeah, great movie. It's kind of like perfect, like gothic Gotham, and also like modern Gotham. So I really liked it.
Yeah.
So our next person is Matt.
Not Lydia. Oh, whatever.
Maddie took the only movie that had the Little Caesars Batzoni offered like an association with it.
Oh, Kenny figured it out.
Yeah, I got some help.
Oh, thanks, Cole.
Oh, thank you, Cole.
Matt, that Batzoni was so good.
Get out.
Now it's literally I'm just having to predict what Lydia's gonna pick. Twice.
Yeah, twice in a row.
Yep. Okay. So, Lydia, like, can you look at the screen real quick and like think about the movies that you're gonna pick?
Yep.
Damn it. For those just tuning in, Lydia is deliberately trying to pick the movies that I like. So it's like we're playing 3D chess here. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay. My pick is going to be in the sequel/remake category.
Okay.
Moving away from blockbuster to a little bit more of an indie film. Avatar: The Way of Water.
Okay, cool.
I've seen this movie like 6 times, and it actually doesn't feel like it's that long. I'm really excited for the third one. That's probably my number one like anticipated movie for the year is Avatar 3, and then followed probably by like I don't know F1 and Mission Impossible, but that one already came out. But yeah, pretty good movie. I saw it at the IMAX in 3D, and that was like the first time I saw a 3D movie for a little bit, and I was like, this actually looks pretty cool.
James Cameron loves his 3D.
Yeah. But no, it's I mean, aside from obviously the most like insane VFX shots, all the like I love watching like a bunch of YouTube videos on like all the water physics and all the the leaf
tightening of the
where
it is the grip.
That and then the scene where he like folds the fake leaf and all that stuff just looks great. And
it's crazy.
I've seen it like in the theaters a couple times. I've seen it at home. I watched it on the VR headset. That was really fun. So.
Yeah, I watched some of it on the VR headset, and it is pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty
rad. Yeah. So
Lydia,
I guess
didn't we also see it in 3D at the IMAX?
We did. We saw it together in 3D. That's true.
I thought we also picked 3D because it was like the only good showtime.
It was at like definitely 11 in the morning, so we're like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
it's like it's good showtime.
Yeah, good.
But this is a remarkable movie. Just that third act too is probably like what I think it definitely tops the original Avatar, and I think that third act really does too. And it's just like such an achievement of like visual effects and even just storytelling. I think it's really, really, really good movie, and I really wanted it, but I went with that, I guess.
I knew Matt was gonna go for that. I was like,
that's
I thought there was no way I was going to get it since I was third. But my backup would have been the Batman. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Lydia.
Lydia's turn.
Lydia, good old two-pick Lydia. Technically,
yes, that's what.
Yes, and you know what? You can do both at the same time. Or you could just space them out, whatever you'd like.
I'm gonna space them. I'm gonna start with my first pick, which I will reveal. I'm going to take first from the category of drama. I got worried about Blockbuster, but I have 2 movies that I'm fine with for Blockbuster, and it's only between Matt and I now for it, so I'm less worried about it. I am going to go for drama, and I have 2 big movies in drama that I was between. They're both movies that I love very much, but I think also for the game of it, for drama, I'm gonna go with Cha Cha Real Smooth.
No, that's so evil. That is so evil. Oh my god.
It had to be done. It had to be done. I love that movie. And I do have to give half points to Matt for forcing me to become a Cooper Raiff fan.
What the hell?
But
Cooper Raiff
outside
fan.
of that,
Cooper Raiff fan says the girl that doesn't like Shithouse.
I don't like Shithouse. Not because it's a bad movie, but
Not a
because
true fan.
it pisses me
Gross.
off. It's an objectively good
that.
movie. It just pisses me off. But Cha Cha Real Smooth is far and away the superior Cooper Raiff movie, and we can argue about that if we really need to.
And Kenny, this is actually a really special episode of Real Draft City because like half of the people in this call are some of like in the hundreds of only people who got to see Helen Harper.
Helen Harper, of course.
To this day, has not picked up a distributor. So
It did.
It got picked up.
Oh,
It got
did?
picked up.
Yeah, it was like Mubi or something.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you guys, for you lamos who didn't, see it yet, you
yeah,
guys can
like-
watch it later.
Oh, yeah, movie did. That's cool.
Yeah. So hey, for the people who didn't get a chance on Helen Harper, you
That
will.
was like
But I
earlier.
do have to take Cha Cha Real Smooth.
I can't believe you
Movie.
actually that was your first pick.
Good.
That was my first pick.
I'm happy, Lydia. I'm happy you took it.
No, I'm happy because again, this is another. Weirdly enough, all of these 2022 movies I have very, very vivid memories of watching for the first time, and I remember sitting in Matt's Carrie dorm.
Okay.
watching this. Definitely at like 3 p.m. like
Specifically
weeping,
Carrie
and Matt's like, "Haha, isn't this a fun movie?" And I'm like, what? So this movie, I love this movie. And also, I know Matt loves this movie. So again, as the strategy.
No, I hate this movie, so joke's on you.
Yeah, I know. Famously, Matt hates Cooper Raiff. Yeah, so this is a big pick for Lydia's. So yeah.
Woo!
Okay, that's my Cha Cha Real Smooth. Wow, I get to highlight it green in my spreadsheet. That's really awesome for me. Okay, and then next comes a bit of a toughie, which I do a little bit have to think about, just a little bit. Okay, chat amongst yourselves for like 30 seconds.
Get out of here.
So,
It just has to be done.
so 2022, a lot of things happened that year, like Smiling Friends, right? Remember that?
Woo!
The famous movie?
Wait, was that really 2022?
Well, Vacation.
Well, the pilot was
Oh.
like in 2020, but like the whole show premiered, I think, in 2022.
Well, and I know Smiling Friends Go to Brazil, right? It was 20.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Was that
classic.
2022?
Well, that might be
That's funny.
23. I don't know. Let's consult Letterboxd.
Well, I know that it
Was that enough
at least-
deliberation, Lydia?
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
I was gonna be like super shitty with my next pick, but because I feel like
Oh
I
my
was already
God.
kind of shitty with my last one, I'm not
Lydia's
going
out
to.
for blood.
Don't do it. Be super shitty.
I feel like that's rude. I feel like that's not like totally in the spirit of the game.
It'll be funny.
Would it be funny?
Yeah.
No, you already.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna. Okay, my next pick, of course, will be an Oscar nom, and this is not gonna be a shocking pick to anyone.
Woo!
I will be taking Women Talking, of course.
Darn it!
I will be taking Women Talking.
Matt, no, that was your pick.
That was your number one pick.
Lydia, I'm happy you got it.
I know. If I wasn't gonna take it, I was hoping that you would get
I know,
it. But
it
the
had
more
to
I
be one
thought
of ours.
about it, I feel like Kenny wouldn't have taken Women Talking.
No, it was
But
on
if
my
you
board.
had-
Matt would have just to
next,
shit on us.
Matt would have just to shit on us.
It was
so
on
I
my
did.
board. Oh wait,
I did have to take
it. It wasn't on my board.
There was
And-
another,
To any of our viewers, if you're a man, I don't want to hear your thoughts in the comments.
and I don't want to hear you chime in on Women
Seemingly,
Talking.
all these men hate this movie, and that's the wrong opinion.
And you don't get it.
Yeah.
I was
Or
gonna
maybe
pick it. That's
or
how
you
much I
do.
love
Maybe
the
you
movie.
sympathize with the character of the Paddington guy, and that's fine too. And I respect that as well.
My Letterboxd review linked it to the canon of Barnyard. It takes like a real appreciator of the movie to like look under that many layers.
Because it has a barn in it.
No.
Because they're Amish.
Is
You'll
there-
see in the background.
Wow!
Are there women in Barnyard?
Yeah,
Are
there's
there
the woman
people in
cow.
Barnyard? What the hell are we
that's a
talking
cow.
about?
That's not a woman. That's a female
There's a
cow.
cow outside.
Oh my God, outside.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I've done my two picks, and I actually feel extremely satisfied with them. So I'm ready to move on. in
All right,
fact.
Matt.
Okay. My two options are either ones that are going to be taken by Kenny or taken by Maddie.
Oh, I guess I don't matter. My bad.
Well, I'll get to pick again before you do, so I'm not worried about.
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
Before that, so I already know. I think I know exactly what Maddie's next movie is, but then Kenny's gonna go twice.
I don't even know what my next movie
Yeah.
is.
Maddie doesn't even know what she's gonna choose.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll just speak from the heart here. You know.
Mm.
You know how it is. If I take that, then that eliminates that, and that. If I take that, then that
Oh
would.
my God, he's
that.
going through all possible realities.
Okay. My pick is also going to be in the blockbuster category. Just because these ones are going like, I don't know, some metaphor for things that are taken really quickly.
Oh my God.
Oh,
What?
We had two different metaphors.
This is a movie that I think really doesn't have any haters. It was a pretty like revitalizing movie.
I know what Matt's gonna pick.
damn it! Don't do this.
I know, and like it's a little some might say overrated, but I like, let's be honest, it's a pretty good watch. We will be taking Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
this
do
is
it.
it's like there's so many like better movies that I'll likely watch more than Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but it's so easy, it's so well made. You can tell like the amount of thought put into it is what should be like the standard for a lot of animated movies. And the way it like, you know, it's not easy to do in an especially animated movie for like I can imagine DreamWorks wasn't putting that high of a bar on the quality. I mean, like we've seen DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake.
You have.
That's Universal though, so you got to give them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. But it like, you know, it's probably not. It's not that easy to like take the characters that kind of suck in Puss in Boots 1 and make them a little more interesting. That being simply Puss in Boots and Salma Hayek. But yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts?
John Mulaney.
Oh God,
Yeah, John Mulaney, Jack
is-
Warner, you know, great stuff. Yeah, I think I kind of really messed up because now my sequel remake is like a rough category. I feel like I should have.
Yeah.
I'm about to take the last good one, Kenny. So sorry.
Just you wait until I
Oh,
take
no.
my sequel remake.
God
Not
damn
even
it.
ready, so.
Oh no, I'm screwed. Okay. But yeah, good pick, Matt. This is a really great movie. And it's kind of its own thing, even though like heavily inspired, I feel like, by Spider-Verse's animation style, you know, but like it still makes it its own, and it's a great movie.
Yeah.
And good panic attacks.
I was just gonna say that. A live depiction of a panic
Realistic depiction of a panic attack, you know.
Get out.
Yeah, with you know, like just death appearing with these epic size.
That's what a panic attack is, famously.
But no, like the voice acting is like actually god tier. Like
Yeah.
Ray Winstone, Wagner Moura, like actually like perfect casting.
Ray Winstone.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one more time. I don't think we heard it.
I don't
There
know.
it
I never really got it. I'm not really a mad guy. I'm not good at it anymore.
God.
You lost it. You
Like
lost
that.
the edge, Maddie.
Well, Maddie's turn.
Okay, guys. So as I said, I'm gonna take from also remake sequel. I really liked this movie. I think some people maybe were a little iffy about it, but I really, really, really liked it. I liked the score a lot. I'm going to be taking All Quiet on the Western Front.
I knew you would, if anyone.
Great movie, guys. I'm like a dad in the way that I just love a good war movie, and this one is one of the greats. I haven't seen the original, which I feel like I should because I love this one so much.
You like war. You like war when it's bad, right?
War when we're not in support of war.
Yes, right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Or you're like, oh my god, I love
Sure,
war.
sure is crazy, Maddie. Take that back. Take that back.
And yeah, this is a great movie, and like I said, like I specifically remember like one point of the score where he's like in the oh my god, what are they called? The trenches. He's in the trench.
In the trenches.
And the tank like rolls over him, and it's so awesome. And I love this movie.
I don't know why I'm trying to remember the score, but I'm thinking of the Brutalist score.
It's just like it's just like low, like
yeah, it's kind of the same level of like the same just beat again and again, but like it's good. I like it.
I actually really dislike the score.
The movie really well.
You did like it, Matt?
No, it does fit the movie well, but like when I was watching the Oscars, I was like, I really hope it doesn't win it.
Because like I don't think it was the best of the year. I just liked it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's a fair take. Yeah. I was really sad when like, some of the other movies, like especially like Batman and like a lot of the soundtracks that I listened to throughout the year.
Yeah,
I did not really put too much time into All Quiet on my way to work. I'll be honest.
That's it. Right.
Is it my turn?
Right, Ken.
Okay.
Any pick.
So yeah, like I said, my remake sequel, I really messed up there. Should have taken Top Gun probably there, because I could have taken something in Blockbuster right now, which I probably will right now. So I'm trying. Yeah, no, this is really the only avenue I can take it in action. Is Maddie there?
I have to plug my computer, and you can type.
I'll put in my thing. An action horror thriller. Okay. I'm going to be drafting. Nope.
Damn it!
Fuck you! Damn it! Damn it, Kenny!
I was taking this. This was my number one of the year. I wanted to go with Blockbuster first, with at least Top Gun, because I felt like that was like technically was a bigger movie financially, but. This movie is awesome. I did not expect. I think going in, I'd only seen Us, and I think I watched Get Out after Nope. But this is a phenomenal movie. Just like how it bends different genres, and it's has like these genuinely like horrific moments, but it's like it's such an epic, like hugely scaled movie. Score's amazing. Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer are so good, and it just feels like such an iconic movie. I think I keep thinking of different shots, and I just knew I was like blown away when I saw this. So I really, really wanted to get Nope, but I'm glad I did. Anyone else have anything on Nope before I do my next pick?
Good movie.
Thanks, Matt.
I forgot he gets 2 in a row. I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. We're getting down to the like.
Well, I feel like I have a lot of good options here. I am gonna go here. I can. Or Matt, are you gonna write or should I?
I can if you want.
Yeah. Okay. For Oscar nominee, I'm gonna be taking The Fabelmans.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
No, there's a lot in here that I'm still like happy with that I would take. But I wanted to go with this one. This one also really spoke to me. It's like crazy how I feel like right now Spielberg's in like a neat like little era. I think that and like West Side Story. West Side Story was like amazing, even though it's a remake, and I wish I could draft it here. But that was just like a wonderful like piece of filmmaking, and I feel like he's in this like late stage era aside from like Ready Player One, but where he's just like
Ready Player One was good.
Yeah, but like it just feels so weird compared to like his other movies,
No, absolutely.
It's like fully CG and it's like they had to put fucking Tracer from Overwatch in there or whatever,
That's who you spotted.
What? Master Chief, all the guys.
The whole gang.
Well, this movie doesn't have Master Chief, but it has Gabriel LaBelle. But fantastic filmmaking. There's a lot of like shots I really love, and I love Janusz Kaminski's cinematography in this. It's a very glossy, but it's just crazy that Spielberg can make his life seem like so cinematic, and just seeing him work and of course, the David Lynch like scene at the end. Oh, R.I.P. But that's such a great scene, and just a great movie and a fantastic ending shot. And I really, really wanted to at least get this one. So
good pick, very Kenny pick.
Classic Kenny pick.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, is it Maddie's turn? Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness.
I'm like between two categories because there's two movies I like really want, and I'm a little worried that Lydia would take either one of them.
Okay.
God. So I'm
interested to see what this means.
And I'm analyzing my spreadsheet, of course, to see. Oh God. I have to say, opening Letterboxd on the web is the worst experience.
Oh, because all the ads.
Yeah, there's so many. I'm like,
right.
oh my God, I get it. I just want to make sure. Oh God. Okay, so yeah, I think I gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna go for drama. I'm gonna pick The Banshees.
Damn it,
Sharon. Yeah.
Good.
I haven't heard of this one. Can you tell me
really?
your thoughts on it?
I picked this. I don't know. I just love this movie. I feel like when I first watched it, I was kind of like, yeah, like I liked it, but I didn't think about it for a while. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, no, I think I liked it a lot. Especially like this is the year Lydia and I, like over the span of, I don't know, 3 weeks, watched like all the Best Picture noms. And this was maybe one of the earlier ones. And I feel like after I'd watched a bunch of the other ones, I was like, it just made me appreciate this one even more. I think Colin Farrell does a great job. And I don't know. I don't like I get the comedy aspects, but to me it's more drama. And yeah, I don't know. I think it looks really good. And I think they all are really great. Carrie Condon does a great job. And yeah.
A fantastic movie. This movie's really, really it's funny and it's also so sad, but just a great pairs well with In Bruges, of course, because it's the same. It's Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, but also Martin McDonough. But just I love how dry and Irish this movie is. Really, really great. So, Matt, thoughts on Banshees?
He doesn't like this movie. He's never heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's good. I
feel like Matt would be a Martin McDonough guy.
I've seen. I think I've seen most of them. I've seen 7 Psychopaths, 3 Billboard, In Bruges, this one. I think there's like a couple others like that I'm forgetting.
Those are like the main 4, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay. I don't really like 7 Psychopaths. This one's good. It's hard to talk about this movie without just the objective irrationality that a couple characters take towards making a couple decisions, but I don't want to spoil it.
Spoilers.
The finger scene is a bit out there.
Incorrect.
I wouldn't say so.
I would
have the same reaction.
No,
me too.
It's actually a metaphor, but it's a
Dude,
little.
You just got metaphored, dude. You just got metaphored. Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Okay. Matt's turn.
It just goes back to picking what I think Lydia's next 2 movies are going to be.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Any truers?
Yeah. Well, then Kenny will pick this on his next loop around.
Oh no.
Do I get 2 again? Or no?
You do, but I'm gonna stop you after your first one.
Oh yeah, because of the round. Gotcha.
Because we're gonna show the picks. We're gonna do a picks breakdown.
Oh, is it like a halftime thing?
Yeah, because I'll be halfway through the draft after the splits.
Okay. All right. I believe I'm ready, and my movie will be in the category of drama.
Okay.
Classic. I can't really proceed this one too much. It's just the best movie ever. After Sun.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
gonna be gotta rip that one now.
Matt, that was gonna be my other
Surprised it
Oscar
took so
nom
long,
pick
but
to fuck
I
you
guess you
over.
knew it was locked.
Yeah. Literally, probably like, it's just so. It literally is that good. Like,
Yeah.
like literally every aspect, from the cinematography to the acting to the pacing to the music to the everything is just perfect. Like every time I've watched it, I've gotten something new out of it. It like, I don't know. It's got that. It's also got that like first time director feature charm to it. That like materialist lost with past lives. But yeah, I mean, its reputation precedes.
Well, and it being so personal, right? Because it's her own. It's about her own father. So
yeah, and talk about like one of the best child actor performances of the year.
Oh, Frankie Corio is incredible.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with her. She was incredible.
Absolutely.
Did you really want to buy a rug after this movie?
That was exactly what they're trying to get the audience to do.
Just watch. You're like, okay, now I'm gonna get a rug.
A quality Turkish rug. Yeah.
Yes. That's a phenomenal movie. Great movie.
So true.
Yeah.
But now handing it over to Lydia.
All right, Lydia, one pick, and then we'll break down the draft pick so far.
Okay, I do have a bit of a word of the night contentious pick that I'm not sure of the technicalities on, so we can discuss.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do. So we can discuss it. I don't know if I should save that. Do you want a discussion prior to halftime or post halftime?
No,
rip it off.
Do it. Now we're all excited for it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it will be in the category of blockbuster. And so for the people who might not know, we were going off of the Box Office Mojo 2022.
Yes.
Domestic.
And so this movie is charted for 2022 domestic because it was released in theaters domestically in 2022. Though Letterboxd will technically say it was released in 2021 when it premiered at the film festival.
You're doing Avatar 2 or Aquaman 2?
Yeah, I'm doing Aquaman 2, Kenneth. No. My choice initially was going to be The Black Phone.
Okay.
Which I wasn't sure because it didn't come to domestic theaters, US theaters, until 2022. And that's why it's charted.
I think that's count it. Yeah, I'd count it. Yeah.
I would like for my blockbuster
June. It's counting June to September as it's run. So yeah.
I feel like because you said it was like
phone.
Well, because we have to vote.
I allow this because it's past. It made 90 million. It says domestic, and from June 24th to September 23rd.
Also, was it limited release 2021, but then wide release 2022?
I mean, if it's a film festival, it's not going to make any money. It doesn't count.
So.
I know, but I'm just saying because I would go based if it was like wide release 2022.
Do you want the wiki line from
it?
Wide?
Wide, I think isn't Wide still like 2020?
Because it says it premiered at Fantastic Fest September 25th, 2021.
Oh yeah, you're right. Even limited was.
Oh yeah, like we don't count. I think Wide.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, cool.
Theatrical on Letterboxd says 2022. Yeah, don't worry about the Fantastic Fest or whatever, because that's when it doesn't make any money. It's just premiering. So yeah,
cool.
You're good.
Then that's my pick, The Black Phone. This is nice. When I was going through 2022 movies and I saw that this was released in 2022, I was surprised because I did actually really like this movie. Ethan Hawke, of course, is horrifically gross, and I love when an actor can be horrifically gross.
Awesome.
As a person who doesn't really like a supernatural aspect, like a ghost aspect, I didn't hate it in this movie. Normally when they have like the ghosts of the past characters, that really pisses me off. But in The Black Phone, I actually quite liked it. And that's Mason Thames, who is now in the How to Train Your Dragon, whatever.
I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah, that's him. That's him quite young. And I really like him in that role. I like all of the child actors in this movie. The sister's really funny, which I thought was a really cool addition against like Ethan Hawke being disgusting in a wife beater, and then this funny little sister who's like cursing out God. I don't know. I just thought this was actually a fun horror movie.
Is Mason the main kid or is he one of the dead kids?
He's the main kid.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the main kid in that.
Okay.
So yeah,
so I can't say much, but I've heard it's really.
I've never seen the trailer for this a lot.
I've seen it, Lydia.
Did you hate it? Thoughts?
I
was the phone black.
Hey,
yeah,
amen.
it was.
Okay.
Okay.
So
it was good. I think
didn't lie to you.
Maybe it didn't stick with me as well as like.
And I get that too.
Maybe. The promotional stuff was really good, and I think aren't they making a second one?
Yeah. Are you excited for Black Phone 2?
Yeah. So if anyone see Black Phone 2.
But I liked the first one, so that's that's what matters here. So
the next Real Draft City, maybe you can pick.
I can pick the Black Phone 2. Huge.
For the 2026 movie draft?
Yeah, of course.
In like
the next one, Lydia,
the prospective movie draft for 2026, of course.
Oh, that's a good pick, Lydia. I did not have that on my board, and I forgot that came out this year. In 2022. So, but I heard good things. So.
That's like number 25, Kenny, on the Blockbuster thing.
No, it's a little higher up.
23.
Oh, I thought that was like the cutoff.
25 is like the cutoff.
Yeah.
Well, but then I was saying No Way Home's on there, so
I was thinking it was a horror. You're right. I forgot it was Scream.
Move this. Okay, so we're halfway through, so I'm going to share the round so far, if it would let me. Come on. Should have this open earlier. Okay. Let me add this.
Boom.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of that banner. So here are the picks so far.
Sexy looking row underneath.
No, Blockbuster's gone. That's done. I still have to do a drama. Nobody else has done action horror thrillers. That's interesting. Lydia, you did it. Yeah, you did in Blockbuster. Okay, I'm making sure I got that right. Remake sequel. Woof. Not looking for that. That might save that for last. I'll be honest.
I already know my pick, so I'm not scared.
Maddie and I knew exactly what to do there.
We still got 12 more picks, so 12 more movies to pick from. So very exciting. I will stop sharing this. So Lydia, we'll go back to you and your next pick.
So actually, speaking of action horror thriller, that will be the site of my next pick.
I know exactly what you're picking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people who know me as a person know exactly what I'm picking. Because this is a movie that I have seen several times and I don't ever stop talking about because I actually genuinely really love it. And of course, the pick in action horror thriller I will be picking is Bones and All.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. That's not what I was worried you were going to take.
Yep.
But this is a good one too. This was also one of my options.
This is very much the Lydia movie. If anyone's seen it on Letterboxd, it's been like my number one for forever.
I don't think any of us three were actually predicting you to pick that one.
Really?
Is this more Matt though? Because it's Ohio. Like
Matt hates this movie.
Bones and All is
the worst star. Bones and All is the worst thing of all time. It like. No, it's okay. It's good. It's good. I think it's a personal thing. It's a good movie, but like it does what The Substance does, where it just shoves it down your throat in a way that like I don't enjoy looking at.
In an awesome.
And so like, yeah, sure.
But this was again one of those movies, and I think I even have a review where I say this, but like you watch it and it's so slow moving, and every time I rewatch it, I'm like, wow, maybe this isn't quite as good as I thought it was. But then you hit that final act of like them living in Michigan and everything that transpires after that. And that's just like so huge for me, so important to me as a part of a movie that whenever I finish the movie, I'm like, okay, that was what this was about. Like it has me, it's got me, and I do love this movie. So yeah.
Well, and Mark Rylance is so good in it.
He's so good, so perfectly good.
He's so good. I love it.
And I'm like a Timothée Chalamet hater, low key. I think he should take a break. I don't think he's a bad person, but I think maybe we can put him down for a little bit. Like
the casting
director can let him go for just like a quick second.
That's me with Glenn Powell.
I do. That's fair too.
That's fair.
But for Timothée Chalamet, I do actually really like him in this role. I just think it's really fun. I think they're very, I don't know. There's not really any way that I can like contextualize this in any other way than I just really love this movie personally. It's one of those personal taste movies. And so, and all. Yeah.
I still remember, Lydia, I watched this like over, I was like home, so it must have been Christmas break, and I think you had already seen it. And I like started, I didn't really know anything about it. And then it gets to the first scene where she, you know, got the sleepover. I just texted Lydia like, what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah.
But then I got to the end and I was like, oh yeah, that was really good.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, they literally ate it right the fuck up, guys. So.
I ate him right the fuck up, dude. Like
I need to get like a like sound effect in here or something.
We got to get Matt's fart sound on the soundboard.
Yeah. No, I still have not seen this. Still, the only Luca Guadagnino movie I've seen is Challengers, which is crazy. I need to fix that.
I feel like this is already on my list of picks for you for our movie swap as is. Okay. So you'll be forced to get to it eventually.
After you watch A Serious Man.
Right after I watch A Serious Man. Don't worry, guys. It's going to happen.
Which are kind supremacy. Cool. Matt's turn.
All right. Yeah.
Can I just say, like, real quick, we're
go ahead.
Over halfway through, and I'm shocked that a certain movie has not been picked.
Yeah, I know. I think I know.
I'm so
exactly
interested what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
I have a feeling Matt might take it soon.
Matt's gonna take it soon, I think. Okay. If we're thinking of the same one.
Okay.
It's now about placing it in the right category.
Okay.
Oh, what does
this mean? I'm interested.
Because it's about like thinking about what's going to be taken by Kenny and Maddie twice.
Matt needs action, horror, thriller, Oscar nominee, wild card. Okay.
Wild card is that's just the awesome category. Can that just be anything you look at and click play?
Literally anything.
No, but not a TV show.
Oh yeah, which Kenny made clear to me because I had a great pick, and he said
movies, but it's any genre, no restrictions to any. Like it's any movie of that year.
What if it's like a YouTuber who like put out like a 45-minute like well put together documentary?
No.
Matt, you said Matt.
Hold on, but we said documentaries.
We'll take a vote.
We can vote on it, I guess. Technically, yeah.
Matt, well, if you draft it, we'll decide. We'll decide if it's worthy. If it's like a Defunctland video, I'm sorry.
No. Don't worry. Okay.
I think that came out that year, though. I think it's on Letterboxd still. I'll find it.
All right. I'll just guys.
Amen.
True.
Right? I mean, someone had to say it.
Yeah, if you want to draft Disney Channel's theme on History Mystery, by Defunctland,
I'd be allowed to do that.
Well,
Maybe.
you'd have to draft it, and we'd decide if you were allowed to do that. So.
Oh.
Yeah, the council decides your fate. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right. I will be picking in the category of. I'll let someone else grab this one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, anytime. Wait, hold on. Any other digressions by anyone?
I'm getting nervous, guys. I'm getting real nervous.
Are you? I have so long to wait, and then I finish out my whole.
I'm chilling. I have a lot of good options. I feel like.
I think I feel mostly good. I'm a little worried the one I want to take in wild card, Lydia might also want to take. So I'm like, oh.
Okay. I'm ready now. Thank you guys for that. I really needed that.
Of course.
Oh, you're welcome, Matt.
This will be an Oscar nominated. Let me get that one out of the way. Some would call the Oscar nominated movie. EEAAO.
There it is.
Yeah, so this and After Sun are quite up there. Depending on the day, this one takes the cake over After Sun. Depending on the other day, After Sun takes the cake. Just awesome. Just an awesome movie. It's so unique. It's the kind of movie that I could show to like people who don't really watch movies, and it'd be like weird, but not too weird to the point where it's inaccessible to like. But yeah, no, I mean, I've seen this tons and tons of time. The Daniels are great, and I'm excited for their next movie next year, whatever it may be. It'll have even a bigger budget, so that might be bad, but maybe they'll use it properly and it'll be really cool. But yeah, I mean, Best Picture winner, tons of Best Actor winners, obviously deserve the score, insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the cinematography just, sort of speaks for itself.
Agreed, Matt.
I mean, objectively, it's a good pick because it for Oscar nominee it won Best Picture. So
yeah,
I'm surprised it took this long to get picked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest; it's not anywhere on my spreadsheet. I fully
Yeah.
discounted it as a
that's
possible pick.
That's why I
Did
picked
you do that
After
for
Sun
your
first.
own because of your own like how you felt, Lydia, or that you thought someone else was going to get it?
No, I liked it as a movie, but I mean, it's an incredible movie. Period. Point blank. It's an incredible movie. But I love all of my other picks already so much that I didn't feel a super strong need to place it anywhere. It
That's
always
good.
would have been a backup for me.
Same. Yeah, I had it in one category at like the bottom.
Yeah, that's why I held off a little bit because I knew I knew you guys didn't feel as strongly about it. But Maddie, you still gave it like 5 stars. So that's
No,
why
I
really
think
nervous.
it's an amazing movie.
It's a brilliant movie.
I don't know. I feel like other movies stuck with me a little more.
Sure, that's fair.
Even though, like, I mean, every time I watch this, I cry. But
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
And I do like love it a lot. I just, for whatever reason, it just didn't super like stick with me in the way some of the other ones did. So
Sure.
Yeah. But I'm very happy it won Best Picture. I think it deserved it.
Yeah, I was curious if it was going to be taken by the time it got back around to me, so I decided to rip it.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Good pick.
Maddie.
Okay. Okay, I'm happy I was a little worried Lydia was going to take this.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. Maybe Lydia like doesn't even like it, but I'm pretty sure you like this movie.
Okay.
I'm totally wrong. I don't know. But okay, so I'm gonna be picking in the category of action horror thriller as well. And I don't know. I feel like when I first watched this movie, I was kind of like, I don't know. Like I'm just gonna put it on, and then I ended up having a great time with it. I think part of that is because I watched it with a friend. So that helps. But my pick is gonna be Bodies.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Like maybe I'm literally just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I had that one written down.
Lydia,
I have that in the category too.
I think it's so fun, and like again, I feel like if I watched it alone, I maybe wouldn't have had as much fun with it. But like watching it with somebody the whole time, we're just like, oh my god, and like trying to think like who did what, and then you never really know. I think the ending is really fun. Like you can kind of see it coming a little bit with, I don't know. I just felt like I kind of saw it coming, but it's still it makes the whole movie just even better. I feel like, and I don't know. I love it all. I love the kind of like all the like lighting with the glow sticks and everything, and just I think it's really really well written. I remember when I first watched it, I was like, oh, I think they actually did like a really great job writing kind of like, I don't know, Gen Z rich asshole kids. And I thought it was a really, really great, good.
And it has Lee Pace.
True.
Yeah. And Conor O'Malley.
Yeah. What?
He shows up at the end. He's the friend that they're all talking about at the and he shows up and he's like, "What happened?"
I've got to see this movie.
Good pick. I think this was on my short list. This is a really fun movie.
I knew Kenny also wanted it, so I was like, I don't think you would take it next, but I was like, I don't know what you're going to take next. So
next. Well, I have a lot of options. I feel like, and it's really hard to pick one right now. I guess I can switch. Yeah, drag there. See, there's like movies that are like that's the thing. It's like there's movies that are like objectively like I feel like I should pick, and the movies that I feel more attached to. Mm-hmm. Okay, first thing I wanted to do was to see if this would work, and I don't think it's going to, but it's worth a shot.
Oh no, what's he gonna say?
Could I draft in sequel/remake? Heavy emphasis on remake, The Northman, because technically it's Hamlet, right?
Idiot. Bad take. Stupid bad take. Stupid bad take.
My vote is
bad. X. That's an X from Lydia as well.
Yeah. You gotta try. You gotta try once.
He's shooting you down immediately.
I was ready to hear Kenny be like, in 1910, they made a really little thing. No, Hamlet. No.
Kenny, I see what you're saying. But it's also a structure that appears in so many other things.
You could
say, but it is Hamlet. That's the thing.
It's more of a narrative framework than a reference. You could also call it the frickin' Lion King or
Would you call the Lion King the original remake, since that's Hamlet? It literally it just those are literal adaptations.
So you cannot that at that point everything's based off of some sort of Shakespeare story. No.
Hey, true.
Oh wow.
It all comes back to Shakespeare, unfortunately.
That little bitch.
Why does everyone keep referencing this guy?
Oof. So I think what I'm gonna do, I have 3 movies I'm circling right now. And I have to choose one of them. That's think. How this works, yeah. Huh?
That's how this works, yeah.
There's other categories that Northman can go in, Kenny.
Yeah, but I might do a totally different movie.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Okay, give me a 15-second timer or 30-second timer.
15, 14.
We actually were going for timer.
No,
okay,
let's.
We can digress.
You can deliberate for 30 seconds.
Deliberate, yeah.
Guys, how funny is it that Kenny tried to say that the Northman was a racer?
Wasn't that so stupid of him to even try and
say? Bad take. What
bad
the
take.
fuck?
Bad take. Bad take.
Wait, bad take. Oh, so he agrees with me. Yeah.
No.
Okay, Kenny, you think I'll go through some of our fun comments?
Oh, perf, Maddie.
Was that the first comment?
Yeah, that's the only comment this whole time.
Cole, I respect your take as a man. I'm sorry
Cole.
I said I wouldn't take a man's thoughts.
Thank you, Cole.
Okay, I have my pick, I think.
Oh, just kidding. Fuck off, Colin.
I didn't give you the address yet.
You don't get the address until you draft.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Okay.
Wait, I need to double check that this actually works. Bear with me 1 second. It'll take me 1 second.
Oh, brother.
Okay, yes. Okay. In the category of drama, I'm going to be taking the movie. Wait. Okay. A movie called Rise, Roar, Revolt. R.
You're taking R. Holy fuck.
R.
Okay.
Damn it, Kenny.
Let's go. This movie's phenomenal.
Yeah, dude.
It's so good. This is the movie I watched after I got my wisdom teeth removed, and it was so awesome. I was just sitting there like this, laying on the couch eating ice cream at 11 a.m. and just watching.
They're doing their dance.
They're doing the dance, the Nazi dance, and then just the action is so amazing, and it's I remember showing this to a couple people over a spring break, and it was so fun to see their reactions, and the fact that it won the Oscar for Natu Natu is so awesome. Just phenomenal movie. I felt like I really had to get this one. One of my favorite movie watching experiences. Just saying, I wish I saw this in a theater. That would have been amazing. I never had the chance to, but that would have been an incredible experience to see with so many people because they were so passionate about it. So that's my pick for drama.
Nice.
And then I'm going to wild card because I'm not doing sequel remake. Something I will figure out something at the end of it because I kind of screwed myself. I'd say. And there's a lot of picks here that I can make. I feel like I still have, and maybe we'll do honorable mentions after of what I was thinking. But out of everything here, I think the one I'm the most connected to is the Northman. I'm going to take the Northman. This is the one I saw the most of the year. I think not even because it was my own thing. It's just because I saw it with a lot of different people. But this movie, I was surprised because I think when I saw Lighthouse, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. I get why people like it, but I don't know if I fully connected to it. The Northman, I really did. Just it's this is kind of a neat precursor to Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, because he just takes a classic story and stylizes it so well. It's such an amazing looking movie, and it's such a thunderous movie, and I just love it. It's so cool and really takes the Hamlet tale, but into a different area that we haven't really seen, and just I love how accurate and realistic Eggers makes his movies. So and this is I feel like I had to take this one. So yeah, I'm taking The Northman.
Nice.
Good pick.
Thank you.
Can't say much because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've been trying to get you to watch it.
I know.
It's on your list, Maddie.
She liked Nosferatu, so I feel like she'd
a lot of things.
Well, I feel like Nosferatu is pretty different from The Northman.
Maddie, you're not gonna like it.
I know, but I feel like it's a bit more I don't want to say accessible.
No.
What? I feel like The Northman is Eggers' most accessible movie. It's just a pretty typical action movie, almost. Nosferatu is a little bit elevated horror.
I don't know. I would actually say Nosferatu is a little more accessible just because of the source material.
I guess so.
But that's a good point. It's definitely more standardly paced with action and stuff. So
yeah. I'm just upset with myself with what my last pick's going to be. So we'll get there. It's not my turn anymore. It's Maddie's turn.
Okay. Now I'm between two, and I'm I don't know which to pick because I think they're both really great picks. One I think I liked better. The other I think other people liked better. So
that's the name of this game, man.
Do I want to go for Maddie or do I want to go for the votes? I think I still like the movie. I think I'm gonna pick. I think I have to. I don't know this. Watching this, I was like, what the fuck is this movie?
Wait, what is this?
My pick is gonna be Oscar nominee, and I am gonna go for Triangle of Sadness.
Oh,
hey, huge.
I don't know. I watching this for the first time. I think it was with my roommates, and we were all just what the hell? Oh, what's going on? But then I don't know. You get to the end, and you're that was kind of awesome, and I don't know if I ever want to watch it again, but I loved it. I think so many of the people in it do so great. I think Woody Harrelson is what the hell are you doing here, dude? But you do a great job. I think the ending is I love the ending so much. I think that made the movie kind of worth all the terrible grossness. And this was definitely one of my top, I don't know, maybe even top 3 of that year in terms of especially Best Picture noms. And I don't know, I just really liked this movie.
Let the record show I was present to watch Triangle of Sadness.
I can't remember if Lydia was there.
No, and it's fine. I had I had kind of a forgettable presence.
Yeah, you're literally the 5th roommate. So
this is true. Okay,
I literally said it was the roommate.
But yeah, this was very much another and I'm sure this was a back-to-back movie when we watched it too, because we were really cranking out Oscar noms. Yeah, this one.
I remember going into this one too. I was I don't know anything about this movie at all. But let's just play it. I think I had to rent it because it wasn't on anything, and I was all right, I'll just pay the $3 and I'll rent it. And then we were just what the hell is this? But yeah, I think it's another one where I'm sure if I watched it by myself, I would have enjoyed it less because I would have just been this is disgusting. But yeah,
still need to get around to it.
Good movie, and
it's a fun one. Got it. It's actually quite fun.
Yeah, man, it's just it's crazy, but it's fun.
I don't know why I've grouped it together with The Menu as the same exact type of movie.
Honestly, not Not
because I
that
hated the menu.
I mean,
menu
it's like
fucking
class
sucked.
commentary. So
Yeah.
I get it.
And I think part of it too, like comparing Lydia, like I hated the menu too, and I think part of it is the ending of the menu does not pay off, but then I think the ending of Triangle does pay off. So I think that's part of it too. Of like,
Oh, was that your other movie you were gonna think of picking?
No, Lydia just said that I don't know. She
Oh.
hated the menu.
I hated the menu. I fucking hated the menu.
It was a possible thing I was gonna maybe pick if I had to, but it was gonna be like a
last resort.
Yeah,
Of
if I don't
course.
have anything else. Because
Yeah.
I know other people like that movie. I didn't like it.
Nice. Cool.
Anyways, that's my pick.
Nice.
Good pick.
Thanks.
Matt's next. Yes.
All right, so I was 100% gonna go for RRR in action.
Yeah, that was a really good
thank God.
So that was a little unfortunate. And that's what I was saying, Kenny, earlier when I was like, I think like, but Kenny will probably pick this one. That was RRR. But we gotta lie in the bed we made or something.
Zing, good one.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, Okay, so that leaves me with wild card and then action, thriller, horror. Now having not been able to put RRR in action, I would have liked to put EEAAO in action and then an Oscar nom, but that's all right. Because my pick is actually still a banger. I think, this was just one, like a very, very, like unique movie, like theater experience, which some people have like spoken about as like a good factor in determining whether they liked the movie or not. This is a really fun one. Surprisingly, like still kind of rewatchable, even after like the first time, which is like objectively the best time to see it. My movie's Barbarian.
Okay, good. That's another good one.
Yeah. Like super awesome. Really fun. Like not much thoughts here, but like it's, I don't know, it didn't overstep, and it was like, I don't know, just like a really fun time, especially going in blind. Like,
going blind was great. For
this. And then Weapons looks pretty cool too.
Oh, Maddie knows I can't shut up about Weapons.
Yeah,
so, like one of my top of the year, like anticipated.
Really?
So, yeah, it is.
Matt's really stacking up like a crowd pleaser of a lineup right now, and I'm a
know.
little pissed about it.
I know.
Don't worry, my wild card is gonna lose.
Yeah, he kind of has a good one.
Unless I steal your, I can't steal Matt's wild card.
Did you already pick your wild card?
No, but that's his next one. But he goes before I go.
Oh yes.
I have a guess about what Matt might pick, and I don't really want it, but I wanted to steal it from him.
You wanted to take it.
Oh, you know exactly what it is. All right. Anyway, Lydia might take it.
Probably not, because I don't know.
Wait, Matt, you already told me your pick.
And then I saw
Matt, you already told me your pick.
Yep, there it is.
Dude, I kid you not. My like thriller action horror. I was like, do I say Barbarian or Ambulance?
Lydia and I one night at trivia. This was we hadn't been coming to trivia that long, and I vividly remember you guys talking about Ambulance, and I thought you were like.
We thought you were joking.
I thought you were
the whole time. We thought you were joking.
The way you were so ride or die.
It's a good movie.
I can't be like I can't. I don't deserve to identify with like the true Ambulance heads because I do have it at like a 3.5.
Okay.
But I think I did too, but like it's an experience. It really is.
No, it's really fun. Like I'm like the whole time it's like it's really rewatchable. There's a lot of fun like drone shots and like I don't know. It's like it's fine. It's a good movie, but like I don't know. I think like for me the movies that I'd go back to, I'd probably revisit Barbarian first.
For those who just tuned in, Matt did not actually pick Ambulance.
He didn't actually pick Ambulance. Don't worry.
I was honestly hoping Kenny would pick Ambulance and then I would take RR, but it's fine. RR is better.
Exactly, man.
Exactly.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out? Okay, I can't look that up. Okay. And then I brought sorry, I'm going to
who doesn't read the script? That's terrible. Yes.
I've not seen it, and I went,
oh.
What, Andrew? Well, he should have.
Well, maybe there's still time. There's still
got his wild card.
He's still got it,
All right, Lydia.
Oh, fuck me, really. And this is like finishing my whole sorry. This is finishing my whole pick.
Also, Lydia and Kenny both leaving remake sequel to the end.
That was like crazy.
We'll see if that shoots you in the foot.
Kenny,
I won't, because I've had my pick. Listen, and I'll actually tell you what my remake
Lydia, I actually know what Lydia's gonna pick. So
you don't know what it is.
You better
the thing is that you don't know what I'm gonna pick.
Oh, I know
what you're gonna say. I know. You think you're being really really smart with it? It's obviously Jackass Forever.
Of course. No, it's actually an even better movie.
I watched that, then I would have drafted that, but I didn't.
And of course, so here's my small lead up to sequel remake.
Yeah.
Sequel remake was a choice I made immediately that I knew no one was going to pick for this category. And I knew I could leave it until the end because I felt so safely about this pick.
Yeah, I feel like I know it and I got it typed out already, Lydia.
I don't think you do. And so, thinking about this, I was kind of trying to think of like my last two categories. There might be some wild picks that might lose my audience, and that's okay. Because I've realized now, looking back at the rest of my picks, they're very Lydia movies that are kind of generally enjoyed, but not necessarily beloved. But I know that this movie is really going to hit it big with the audience. So the 2022 sequel remake that I, of course, will be drafting is Tall Girl 2.
Oh, my God.
No fucking way.
Oh, boy.
I have, of course, drafted Tall Girl 2 for my sequel remake of 2022.
I think your list might win just because it will make people laugh.
Classic film featuring hit pop star Sabrina Carpenter in Tall Girl 2. I just figured, why don't I round out this really spectacular list of picks? And frankly, a lot of them, okay, no, actually, The Black Phone is not. But the rest of my movies have very strong female presences, and I figured Tall Girl 2 kind of fit in really well in that way as well. So that's my remake sequel pick, Tall Girl 2. Thank you. Any thoughts? Any questions?
Wow, what a film that I've seen. I forgot that Sabrina Carpenter's in those movies, which is very, very funny and ironic.
Oh, Tall Girl, love it. Exactly.
That's absolutely like diabolical that you didn't put that for wild card.
It's my sequel remake. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's your unironic sequel remake.
It's my unironic sequel remake. What are you trying to say?
Nothing at all. That's
okay, cool.
Great, fantastic pick.
And then actually going back, I toyed around with a couple fun picks for wild card, but I have a pick that I actually do quite love. And so for my final pick, I guess, of the night, this is my final draft. In the category of wild card, I will be picking Suzume.
Lydia, that's what I had typed for sequel remake, because I was like, maybe that's a remake.
It's with Makoto Shinkai, it gets kind of, a lot of his movies have kind of similar-esque themes of like time travel and connection and if we're looking back at like Weathering with You versus Your Name, things like that. I love Makoto Shinkai. His movies are incredibly beautiful. That's like the whole thing. It's very reminiscent to me of like Kyoto Animation style, the way that his studio does things. Kyoto Animation, also beautiful. If the people don't know these things about anime, I think you should look into them. Just a thought. It has a much more of a crispness to me, I think, than like classic Ghibli movies do. In the way that obviously they're much more modern than a classic Ghibli movie. But yeah, Suzume, incredibly gorgeous, incredibly beautiful. His stories are always well written. They're always very touching. I mean, I always think back to Your Name. That movie is also one of my favorite. Classic Your Name shout out. Talk to Lydia about any anime and she's going to bring up Your Name and Cowboy Bebop. But so yeah, I think Suzume, I was toying between a lot of different animated movies for this. I thought about like, I guess I don't want to say anything else in case people draft it, but there's another animated movie I thought about drafting here too. But Suzume felt like the most obvious pick because it's just like one of the most stunning movies ever made because it is Shinkai movie. So
you were talking about Minions too, right?
Yeah, I was talking about Minions: Rise of Gru, which I did almost put in sequel remake, but I instead
It's not that dire.
I picked the better movie, Tall Girl 2. So that's been me, guys. That's my list. When you see the full list at the end, you're gonna say that's the greatest list ever made. I love women.
Amen.
Let's go. Amen.
For the last,
and if women talking doesn't make Lydia win, you guys all hate
You guys
women.
all suck, and we know why. And we know why. And it's not because of Tall Girl 2, and it's not because of Tall Girl 2. It's because I drafted women talking.
If you're hating on it because of Tall Girl 2, you still hate women.
You still hate Anyway,
for the last 5-10 minutes, I've been looking up sequels and remakes that released.
Oh no!
Kenny's dead ass about to get stuck with like Thor: Love and Thunder. So
I know. I thought about that.
I can end up with a good movie. It's just gonna tank my list so bad, and I could have drafted so much better.
I actually, now that I'm coming out of it, before anyone else goes, feel super strongly about my list.
Nice.
I feel very
you feel
good
confident, happy, satisfied.
I do. I feel like I mean, I prioritize, this is probably pretty obvious in my picks. I prioritize movies that I prefer and like, but I do think that I still got a pretty good mix of movies that other people enjoyed. Maybe not as much as I enjoyed, but still enjoyed. So I feel good. Anyway, someone else go.
Matt.
Yeah, Matt's last pick.
Speaking of tanking a pretty good list for something that I really like.
Wild carded. You could just do whatever.
Do whatever.
Yeah. Just messing around.
Okay.
Let's see if my guess is right, guys.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let's see what you go for.
At first, I was gonna go Babylon because I think I'm the only one who likes that movie.
Of course.
Honestly, like, I don't know. Babylon is a pretty good movie.
Babylon's a pretty good shout.
It's pretty fun. I wonder if it would have counted for like thriller. What would you guys have thought? Because like it's not really, but like the third act, it's kind of like it's got jump scares. It gets pretty intense.
What does Letterboxd say?
I don't know. I didn't check, but it's probably really generous.
What do you?
Do you think Babylon counts as a thriller, Kenny?
It only has comedy and drama.
What's thrilling about that movie?
When they go down into that basement with the alligators, and then
I mean they have the Bolero scene that's supposed to be intense. You know, when she's like vomiting and then Bolero's playing, and that was a tense scene, I guess. Or when they do Boogie Nights, I guess. Yeah, Boogie Nights again, but with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Lydia's not paying attention, guys.
That's a tense scene.
So me too. Sorry. I was looking through Letterboxd now that I was like plugged into it.
You see
Thank
what?
you, Sophia. You missed my Suzume poll.
I can see what IMDb says. I see costume drama, period drama, showbiz drama, and comedy.
Sounds like it might be a
so
drama.
I don't think so. That is not a thriller. It's not a thriller. I'm sorry.
Well, then what's Matt gonna pick?
Okay.
But your wild card, so you can draft Babylon.
Yeah, that's true. But okay. I'm gonna draft the thing that I watched more than anything else in 2022. The thing that I it could technically go under sequel, but not really. And it also could be shot down as like a valid pick, but I can defend it. What I propose is Bo Burnham's Inside Out takes for my.
I almost put that. I almost had that in my wild card.
And here's why. It is on Letterboxd. It did release to YouTube, but then to Netflix. I thought it would fit like with the wild card vibe, and also like. It definitely has the production value of Inside, which would itself count. And also like just what it adds to that entire, like just essentially like it's what it amplifies like Inside's message of just like, like having to perfect something that's like so personal and so tough to like articulate. And also like, I don't know, it just like, I guess, lifts up the genius of Inside, in my opinion. I know not many people like it, but what are your thoughts, Kenny?
See, I don't know because this is like not really like a structured film, right?
Yeah, but you also said documentaries are valid, so that's why I thought it blurred it a little bit.
Documentaries, I think this totally counts.
Okay, I mean, I feel like
I could pick a
I
different
say
one.
no. I think Maddie and Lydia would say yes. So I don't.
I
think
don't
it
know
really
if I'd say
matters.
yes. I honestly don't know if I'd
Oh,
say yes.
okay.
I'll leave it up to you guys because I do have a backup pick.
Because
I only
like,
had
I feel like a lot of films have like a narrative. I'd say like I guess we could still draft like concert films. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
You can draft.
But I would say like even with a documentary film,
like
a documentary is still striving to have a story per se to it. And
I feel like I haven't seen Inside Outtakes, and I've never seen it like the full thing together. I've seen like the separate parts.
Yeah.
But at least for like Inside, I feel like that kind of it still a little bit tells a story. I don't think it's like
I didn't know that concert films count. Like that's much.
I think we could. I
what
think
is,
we
what
could. I don't want you to over abuse that though. Or we're not gonna do like comedy specials though, I think.
Yeah. I think it differentiates itself a little bit, but if anyone in chat has any opinions, I can.
I want to see what chat thinks.
Yeah, what do you think, chat?
Sophia says, "I think we could." That's it.
Okay.
And then Andrew says, "Babylon Hive."
Okay, great.
That does not help us, Andrew. And then Cole says, "Where's Black Adam?" I mean, that doesn't really help.
Sophia says, "Yes."
Thank you, Sophia.
I feel like I don't know. I would say yes.
I'm trying to look up outtakes like the wiki page if it has a wiki page and be like, I don't think it does. And if they call it a film,
I'm like the thing is personally me as Lydia, I'm like fuck yeah, I love the Inside Outtakes. Throw it on the list. Like me personally,
the hour long the Inside Outtakes.
But thinking about it technically, to me, it doesn't feel like it would count.
But also, like, I feel like part of it.
That's why I would only have considered it for wild card.
For wild card, and that's why I'm feeling a little bit more lenient if it's just.
I could argue a little bit that it's documentary because it's got like outtakes, obviously, and like behind the scenes type stuff of like the making of Inside. So then
and I think what separates it from a blooper reel is that like there was a ton of I'd say no. So yeah, I can pick a backup. It's okay.
I know, Andrew. I thought that was funny.
Well, let's take a final vote.
What is
Max says, I don't know what's being debated, but yes, 100%. I'll let this slide.
Yes, Sophia, it is.
Okay, we'll count this.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Matt. Yay! I've never seen this, and I don't know if I'm going to.
I don't feel great about it counting, but because it's
Matt, what would have been your next pick?
Then I'll just
Are you out of movies?
Well, why don't we just take a vote?
I have another one.
Everybody votes, and
I say yay.
I say yay.
Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I can pick.
No, I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. I just feel like the technicalities are bogging me down, but I like this pick a lot.
So wait, Kenny, is a concert film valid?
I think it depends.
Because you said it was.
Like, if you submitted "Stop Making Sense," I would account it.
What?
But like, no, I'm just saying in general, like, because that's like a film. That feels like a film.
Well, this is a film. You're just a Bo Burnham hater.
Yeah, I am, but I said yay.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're counting "Stop Making Sense," then I feel a lot better about this.
Yeah, well, I'll figure out like how to deal with concert films later, I guess.
When it becomes a more pertinent issue.
Yeah.
I guess
I don't think there's a lot of concert films from 2022 to worry about.
I guess I've spent enough time on this pick, but just last thoughts. I think I've seen this like 6 or 7 times, so I'm glad I was able to round out the list. Especially in the wild card category, because it is truly that wild card pick. The songs are incredible. Absolute flex, not including them in the main special. Definitely like serves a purpose to just like hammer home a lot of the points in Inside. Those are my thoughts.
Cool.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Boy,
Good pick.
Maddie's next. Maddie's last pick.
So there's one I've been like this whole time. I'm like, I want this to be my wild card, but now there's a movie that hasn't been picked, and won't be picked if I don't pick it, and I feel a little bit like, oh my god, we're being evil for not picking this film.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I want to pick, I like really wanted to pick because it's like a Maddie movie.
Oh wait, what? What is this?
I wonder if you're gonna pick one of the other wild cards.
What movie makes you evil for not drafting it? That's like one I'm very curious.
Well, what's the movie we haven't drafted yet that is arguably everybody in this call's top 5 of the year?
You had to say that one more time.
Jackass Forever.
Jackass Forever. Homegirl 2. Oh, that's already been drafted.
Clearly, guys, it's Thor: Love and Thunder. So come on. God, I don't know. I feel like I want to pick.
Maddie, you picked it already.
Penny, don't.
Yay!
Why did you do that? Now I don't want to pick it.
That's a great pick. What a great pick. Yeah.
Maddie, to be fair, I almost picked that.
So
I was between that and Suzume.
Penny, why would you do that? I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet.
Oh well, I thought it'd be funny.
Kenny, you made me sad now.
I'm so sorry.
The ratings.
Now I don't want to pick it.
You can still pick it.
I don't want to anymore.
You still got Ambulance. Ambulance is still not.
Quick before it's snatched up.
Before they take Ambulance,
before I
Maddie.
take it because it's a sequel or remake.
Well, I feel like now I'm going to change it because Kenny did that.
What is your heart telling you?
Okay, well, my heart was telling me Hustle, but Kenny broke my heart, so I'm going to pick Tar.
No, do Hustle.
I'm picking Tar.
No, we're going to leave Hustle.
Damn, no.
I wanted to pick Hustle.
Kenny.
I thought you were going to pick it. That's why I left it.
Well, I was going to pick it. So I'm picking Tar now. Thanks, Kenny. Everybody say thanks, Kenny.
Damn it, Kenny, you ruined it. Kenny, we could have had Hustle.
I'm putting down Hustle for you.
No, Kenny, I'm picking Tar.
Oh, okay.
Kenny, we could have had Hustle. You ruined it.
Can you set a precedent that allows me?
My vote's for Hustle.
My vote's for Hustle.
Oh, yeah. I am setting a bad precedent.
The trailer for Mission Impossible Fallout.
Can't fight the friction. I'm sorry, Maddie. You can pick whatever you want.
I think you should do Hustle.
I don't want to pick Hustle.
Maddie, don't even listen to them. Maddie, tune them out. Maddie, this is our movie moment where we do this like our foreheads together and we have like a real heart to heart. You love Hustle. I love Hustle. The people love Hustle.
Your heart said
Really?
Hustle.
I don't know that the people do love Hustle.
But that doesn't matter because you love Hustle and I love Hustle. And you know what we don't love as much as Hustle? Tar.
You're right. I don't love Tar. Kenny, I want you to shut up. I'm muting Kenny. All right. I will pick Hustle. I like I said earlier, I'm just like a dad. I love a good sports movie.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know I love Adam Sandler. That's my guy right there. Yep. This movie makes me cry. It's like one of those movies where it's really not that sad, but then it gets to the end and I was just like, oh my God, he's such like a dad figure. And that made me so emotional. And I cried. So I love this movie. I think it's like super just fun and inspirational. And I like, call me crazy. I think Hustle's better than Uncut Gems. I think Adam's better.
I agree.
And I just love my boy Sandler. Kenny, you're not funny.
Maddie's getting weak over here. Maddie.
Great movie. I love the they have like the.
So, anyways, guys, I picked Hustle, and I think that it's a really great movie. That's my pick. Thanks, everybody.
Woo! Best pick of the night. Woo!
Yay!
So in sequel remake, I'm taking Tar.
Great. Yep.
Oh my God! This is to deliberate of all.
What?
To deliberate of all the deliberations I can do.
Kenny, there's like 2 arguably good movies.
Which ones? Oh no! Can you just say it? Because like
Wakanda Forever.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we did. Everyone left Wakanda Forever.
And that's
Jackass
fine.
Forever.
It's okay. What would you say, Manny?
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to pick. I don't know if you've seen the one I'm thinking of.
Well, I've never seen Jackass, which would have been great. I've never seen Scream, which could have been good. I've never seen Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, which could have been good. I have one that I'm just gonna pick, and I feel like it's not that bad of a movie. I think it's just okay. It's good. It's a good movie, but I want gooder than good. You know, I want great.
Yeah,
gooder than good. Many are saying
gooder than good. So in my pick, I think I'm I've already I've been looking for 30 minutes. So
damn.
For my pick and sequel remake, I'm taking Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery.
Okay, there it is.
Which I think is good. It's just not Knives Out. That's the thing, you know. But my other options were Sonic 2, which
is a great movie.
I thought it would have been funny, but I have not thought about it since, you know. Or Doctor Strange is kind of like a wonky movie because it's like a Sam Raimi, but also has to be a Marvel movie, so he's got to fit some quotas of what he has to tell. So it doesn't really go well. I think Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, it's kind of a messy movie, and it kind of looks messy too. Like visually, it's not that great compared to Black Panther, and kind of lesser Ryan Coogler, I'd say. So, no Sinners or Creed. Okay. You know? So, other than that, other movies I've not seen, so I can't pick those. So,
I was gonna say Pearl would have been a good one, but
Pearl, yeah.
I had backups for Marcel the Shell, which I
I could have seen if I'd watched Prey, that would have been good. I think that would have killed me.
My favorite one. Yeah, my favorite sequel that wasn't picked or technically remake was the Del Toro Pinocchio. I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we were talking about that the other day. Does that count?
What do you mean? That is a remake.
Well, Maddie and I were talking because it's just another interpretation of the novel. You know,
but you're remaking Pinocchio.
But you're not remaking the Disney one,
the movie. Yeah,
that's what I mean. You're not remaking.
But I guess that's a fair point.
So if you did the Zemeckis Pinocchio, I'd count that. You know, I know everyone wanted to.
So would you count the Batman as a remake?
I wouldn't.
No. Yeah, I would say no. Yeah, I think no for that. I think it would fit in the other ones though. I think it would. I don't know if it fits in drama. I don't know if it does.
The Batman? Sure it does.
Yeah.
It sure does.
Are we sure? I think you're right. Oh, technically, and it's not one of the three. So, violent action, guns, and crime. That's one of the themes of the movie.
Cool.
My wild card pick that I was gonna go with as a backup was the Weird Al movie.
Oh, that would have been good.
That's a good one.
That is a good movie.
All right, let me type out the board, and then I'm going to present it, and we can talk about.
Lydia literally first movie went cha-cha real smooth is crazy.
And I knew what I was about.
Lydia was she spoke from the heart, and that's really respectful.
I did. And I thought maybe I should be a person of the people and I should go for the big movies, but then I realized, why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that? I'm picking Lydia movies.
That's fair.
It's okay. I feel good about my picks.
You had great picks.
I just made a stupid mistake of
leaving remake
first. I should have done.
Excuse me.
I do feel like we're gonna upset people with no tar, but
no tar.
No tar is kind of big. I was thinking about it, but I felt like the Northman was one I kind of connected to more, and same with RR. So yeah. I did think I got some of my favorites. I think Glass Onion's kind of the odd man out for mine. Lydia's I feel like can get a lot of votes just because of how bold it is of a lineup. So
what do you mean? I feel like it's
I think
Matt or Maddie might be neck and neck.
Yeah,
Matt having After Sun and everything, I feel like
really huge.
And Avatar.
Yeah.
And Avatar. Matt's got the really big ones.
Yeah, that's why Lydia emboldened me to pick Inside Out takes because it was ending out the night. I was pretty happy with my list so far and was just might as well just pick something that's
I definitely didn't. If you had done that in the beginning, I'd be like, oh, whoa. Like it's like the last one I didn't care as much. So
I'm really happy with my list.
I hope there's some big Banshees truthers out there.
Maddie, I really like your list,
but
also because I just kind of associate it with us watching all the movies.
Yeah.
Because it takes me right back to us binging all the movies. And so looking at your list, it feels so much more like that year than any of these other movies. A lot of these other movies to me feel like I've watched them so much out of the year and gone back to them a lot. But your list to me is like, that's 2022. That's the list of 2022 movies.
Yeah.
If I would have had Kenny's Nope or RRR and then the Batman, like that would have been like my ideal list.
Nope
was pretty much
huge.
Like I highlighted all my top movies in each category, and I pretty much got them all.
So did I. I feel pretty good. I mean, I got Tall Girl too, and that's all a girl can ask for, you know? So
could you even begin to imagine if I like actually picked that?
I know. Like I would have actually shit my pants live on air if Matt was like, I'm gonna go for, kind of a weird wild card, Tall Girl too. I
don't know, it just really resonated with me.
Cried out in pain, in actual physical agony. That would have made me so mad.
Yeah, we can talk about some like honorable mentions that like they're on, I think on my list.
I got a couple.
Everybody's lists.
I also had the other animated movie I was thinking about was Turning Red, but I know people did not like Turning Red.
Me too, really? Oh,
no. The people do like Turning Red.
Yeah,
I liked Turning Red again, but in the same vein as Kenny with Glass Onion, I was like, it's a good movie. I'm not obsessed with it. I don't think it's a fine, good movie.
That was my issue with sequel remake.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. Like I thought I only had like 4 movies on Blockbuster, but I didn't think about how I could have done maybe Nope in Blockbuster.
Nope was my number 1 Blockbuster pick, and the Black Phone was my backup.
3, I think.
So when you sniped,
I think I could have still gotten it.
I was just like, oh my god, I wanted Nope so bad. The Akira slide, Kiki Palmer.
Yeah. Gene
I really like, my heart of hearts wanted to pick Unbearable Weight for wild card, but I knew nobody would have voted for that. So
I think that would have had some truthers in the same way that Hustle has truthers. Do you know what I mean?
Lydia and I talked about this the other day too, but I mean, even like a potential Violent Night, I was like,
I have Violent Night is in my wild card. Violent Night's in my wild card. I also have maybe kind of a weird wild card. I have She Said, the Harvey Weinstein movie.
I was reading the list. I'm like, I thought Lydia's gonna go for this.
Yeah, I did have She Said, and that was another one I almost picked, but I think people don't like that one as much.
Brought the Batman.
Well, there you go.
That's proof.
Matt, one that we didn't even I wanted to, but I felt like the other movies also, were a bit more personal. But the one big one I felt like that wasn't drafted was Decision to Leave. That I like. I feel like that's a big one on a lot of people's lists.
That would have been. You're the only one who's seen it, and
have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, what? I thought you did.
No, I haven't. I gotta get around to it.
Yeah, you do. You'd like it.
Also, Kenny, are you an EO truther?
He is.
I thought you were going to take EO at some point.
I wanted to. I think if I had opened up a sequel remake, I think it would have given me another option to take something, but I didn't.
Okay, guys, the other Donkey movie got drafted.
Yeah,
we did.
But
I did too. 2 Donkey movies.
Still alone. What? Another
Triangle
one.
Sadness. And Banshee.
Banshee.
Maddie, you got both of the donkey. Maddie got the donkey lineup. Maddie got the donkey build.
I totally forgot about Banshees.
Triangle of Sadness?
That's like the whole thing about Banshees.
I thought that's what you were talking about. Is the donkey movie was
no, in Triangle of Sadness.
They
kill a donkey.
Oh.
Well, maybe I was so sad that I don't remember.
Because again, watching these movies back to back, and we're like, there's kind of a suspicious amount of donkeys in this year's Oscar nomination movie.
If Turning Red has no defenders, it's because I died.
Exactly, Max. Exactly. I like Turning
should
Red.
Be added to the category name. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that would have saved my ass. Maybe, I don't know.
I just have to say, like, Lydia, one I had written down for wild card, which I never would have picked, but I know that you would have been with me on it. Was Spirited, of course.
Spirited. I thought about Spirited too. 2022 is just Maddie and Lydia being like, "Do you guys all like these shitty movies? Because we like these shitty movies."
A couple others I had on my list. Armageddon Time. That was close. I was close to doing that. That was like one of the three I was talking about. I ended up going with the Northman. We have, what else do I see on here? Ambulance. Elvis, not drafted. I thought Lydia was going for that.
God bless America. Elvis is not drafted. It's so good.
What other, like, there's got to be other big movies in my.
My like honorable mentions that weren't picked were obviously Jackass Forever, the Weird Al movie. I had again Ambulance. I had Marcel the Shell. Pretty much we kind of hit them all. I had On the Count of Three, which was the one with Gerard Carmichael and Christopher Abbott. That was really good.
Yeah, that one. Okay. The third most popular movie in 2020 on Letterboxd apparently is The Menu, not drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Pearl, not drafted.
I know. I had Pearl and X on mine.
Pearl and X.
X also not drafted. Yeah, I see. Talk to Me. I see Babylon, not drafted. The Whale.
The Whale. Whoa, wait.
Don't Worry, Darling, not drafted. Smile, not drafted.
I like The Whale, but it would have tanked the whole list.
This is the Megan year.
Yeah.
This is the Fresh year. This is the Guillermo del Toro.
Fresh was another wild card, but I know like nobody really watched that movie.
I saw it.
Oh, a ton of people did. That was super popular.
But nobody talks about it. I don't know. I just felt like people wouldn't like that I picked that. So.
This is the Crimes of the Future year. This is Enola Holmes 2 year.
Hey, that could have been your big sequel, Kenny.
Yeah. You're
guys,
right.
I just want you all to know that it was this close to being Man Called Otto moment for Maddie, but
I thought.
But it's a 2023.
But limited release 22, but full release 23.
Full release 23. Damn, babe.
Yeah. So that could have been a great wild card for me.
But other than those, I think we covered a lot of the big films of the year. But no one did Morbius, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, sorry.
Or Death on the Nile, or remember Lightyear? Remember that
Enough
movie?
champagne to feel denial. Sorry, I don't really.
How'd you make Gal Gadot Dracula? Why is she Dracula?
That was literally like that was one of the worst movies I saw that year. I did not like Death on the Nile at all.
Well, Matt, clearly you haven't seen The Menu. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I've seen The Menu.
Matt, it looks like you haven't seen The Menu, by the way.
The menu is fine.
Ew.
I think Tar not being drafted is our biggest.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big 2022.
Yeah, like I would have if I had another pick.
Well, I was really between Tar and Triangle for my Oscar, but I just like Triangle more, so I felt like I had to go for that. But I know other people like Tar more generally. But
I just can't. Yeah. I saved myself with Women Talking, so I didn't have to think about any other Oscar-nominated movies because I didn't like that many of them that much. And Maddie, you got all the other ones that I would have: Triangle of Sadness and Banshees and things like that. So it's just like, it really didn't matter.
Well, good job, everybody.
Yeah, this is fun.
And now the people vote.
Any other closing thoughts from anybody? I think this turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Up next for Real Draft City, I think something being planned for a Muppet draft, and how that's going to work is basically like how people like conceptualize movies online about like putting Muppets in certain movies, where you pick a film and you basically cast which characters you'd replace as Muppets and which human characters you'd keep. And I think this will be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to have that in about 2 weeks. We'll see. But I think that'll be a fun second episode of the show. So it's not just all years. And then our third one is going to be the Sand Pack, which is the Adam Sandler crew. And we'll be drafting movies based off of the actors within that crew. So that'll be very exciting. We're hoping to line that up with Happy Gilmore 2 releasing at the end of the month. same day as Fantastic Four, which I don't know why they're doing that.
I think we all know which one we're seeing.
Yeah, come on.
We don't have to say.
You have Fantastic Four on the big screen on Netflix on your phone. You watch Happy.
Yeah.
Movie boring as hell.
The last Adam Sandler movie I saw was Murder Mystery 2. Worst movie of all
bad.
We all watched it together.
We saw it together.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's not bad. It's just boring.
No, it was like it wasn't even a nothing movie. It was like a void movie. It was like negative movie.
Well, yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll send more updates later, and I'm very excited. This went really well, and hoping it continues and more people want to draft. So, and we'll send the draft board later, and everybody can vote on it. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for drafting. This was a lot of fun. Did you do that, Maddie? You kicked everybody out?
No.
I can do it.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's fine.
You need to see
we can say bye. We can say bye.
I was gonna say because we don't have an end card, so I was saying
no,
like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please, down below to tune in next time to Real Draft.